and all that. Rituals. See, this whole concept of rituals is not Sanatana Dhamma. It's alien to us. We have a prescribed way of living in Vedas, which includes Havan, which includes a meditation, which includes some of the practices which comes from Vedic tradition. Vedic tradition is called Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda involves typically Havan, offering something to God, okay, Ishvara, in the form of Havan. Now, later point of time, that Havan got converted into Puja, idol. That whatever Vedic system was forgotten in Puranic time, subsequently what we are doing now, Puja. Okay. So do we have to do it? The question here is, there are certain practices or samskaras which help to develop certain qualities in our life. These havans, which we speak of in Vedic time, or puja in the current time, they are a part of a samskara, habit patterns. Havans have a special, havans have some different effects. Known, drashya and adrashya. Drashya means a right way the havan is done, it will give certain benefits. Benefits which you can see, benefits you don't see. There are benefits which come from havan, done in a very systematic way as per the Vedic prescription. A simple havan will change the vibration of the house. It will purify the environment. It will bring harmony inside the family members. It will elevate the mind. Your quality of life improves if done in a specific way, havans. And it also has a benefit. Success in life, having children, getting wealth. Some of these are also benefits, what is called kamya karma. But more importantly, these havans and Vedic prescriptions bring a certain discipline in our life. A typical Vedic scholar, Vedic person, will get up at 4:30 in the morning, complete havan, do some, take a bath, complete havan. So a tremendous amount of self-discipline comes. Okay. That self-discipline is important in this further journey of life. Mind mastery happens. So that's why Karma Kanda in Vedas is for bringing self-discipline, bringing harmony in the house, harmony in the society. There are benefits available to you. Learn from a proper source. You can get the right benefit. If you remember, there's a Bhopal tragedy. Bhopal tragedy happened where the gas leak was there. Many people died, many people suffered. Some people did not suffer, they were intact. And those are the homes where Havan was being done. So there are Havan, effect of Havan has been studied in different countries. What happens is that it's not just a fire. Mantras, the chanting, invocations changes the vibration of the place, brings the purity in the place. Have you heard a person called Dr. Emoto? Emoto, I think his name, is a Japanese scientist. He did research on miraculous messages from water. So what happens is that when you chant some mantra or chant something in front of water, the crystalline structure changes when you freeze the water. That means our words, our actions have the ability to influence the water, ability to influence the surrounding. That's called creative vibration. Now, is a good vibration in the house is important? Yes. To do that first thing in the morning so that your mind is silent and calm throughout the day, is it important? Yes. So this is a part of self-discipline, harmony, bringing purity, at the same time developing the faith in Brahman and God. So from that perspective, has it to be done? Yes. Now, should we go to do and puja in the temple? So the external, what we do externally, in house, there should be a puja idol, the puja altar or a puja room. There should be a temple in the city. Now the puja and temple and all, these are the places for bringing spiritual vibrations into puja room in the house, bring spiritual vibration in the house, which means all family members will get affected by that. Havan doing in house brings the harmony within the family. A temple in the city brings certain vibrations into the city. A havan done for community purpose will bring lot of peace and prosperity to that region. So like that, havans have a benefit which is seen, it's called drashya. Unseen benefit is there. Unseen benefit is that if the person does havan in a proper way, after death, he will get earn punya and he'll go to heaven, sarga. So this is discipline, seen benefit, drashyaphala, adrishyaphala is there. So compared to Vedic way, today's world is puja. Puja also gives similar effect. Depending on your Ishtadevata puja, depending on puja of Ishtadevata, that's called Ishtadevata puja. Ishtadevata means, see, we can have Ishtadevata, husband can have Ishtadevata, wife can be Ishtadevata. Ishtadevata is what deity attract, what I am getting attract to deity. So what happens is that constantly thinking of the deity, yad bhavait tad bhavati. Whatever you think, you become that. That's the principle. Okay. Whatever your mind focus on, constantly, you become that. So if you are able to focus on a deity, Ishtadevata, that deity's quality will start coming in your life. So when I say Rama, what are the qualities of Rama? Rama is Dharmo Vigrahavan Rama. Rama lives Dharma. A person who does puja of Rama, he will get quality of Dharma in his life. Similarly, a person who does Shiva puja gets detachment, Vairagya, and Jnana in his life. Like that, each deity puja has a specific effect on the consciousness, a purification effect on the consciousness. Yad bhaveti tad bhavati. So in family, we do one deity. So what happens? The family members will get the effect of that quality. Then we have a Kula Devata. Our community has a deity. So each community has a deity. So that community deity will bring that community deity qualities in the devotees. So the deity worship is a mechanism to bring certain certain divine qualities into our life. That is the purpose of deity worship. And purpose of temple is not a place of worship. The worship is actually an English translation which comes from mostly Western idea. Temple is Degula. Degula or the place of God. With certain Vedic mantras, certain mechanisms, the consciousness of the divine is invoked in the idol. It's called Prana Pratishtapana. It's a living place. It's a living being there. It's not a dead being. It's not a stone or idol. So the Westerns have a concept of idol and all. We are not worshipping idol. We are actually offering our pranams to a living being there. So that living being is invoked through some certain mantras, certain puja rituals, and it has to be maintained very proper way. And temples in India, it's called Devula, they are designed for a certain energy structure, okay, which influences the consciousness. If temple in India is designed like a human body, Dvajastamba falls into Muladhara Chakra. the base chakra base way. And Garbhagudi falls into Sahasrara. The Gopuram, all those things are designed for focusing energy in certain way. So the people who go there will get affected by their energy. So if your question is there a value for going to temple? Yes. Is there a value for doing puja and yajna in the house? Yes. Should you do it? I don't know. It's your choice. You have to decide what your liking is. So people can do a deity puja, and as they do, they develop the qualities of deity, and they can even interact with the deity, like what happened in case of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Their higher intuition can develop. So it's a method of spiritual journey. That's why in Sanatana Dharma, we have something called Karma Kanda, where we just focused on havans, yajna, rituals. Then comes the Upasana Kanda, meditation. Then comes the Jnana Kanda. And most of the people, they start with the Karma Kanda. Because as a householder, we have to bring all the family members together, common vibration. That's why Havan was a practice in the house. Karma Kanda is the beginning. Then gradually, as the person more evolves, what you do physically will become psychological, internal. It's called Upasana. And finally, he will go to Jnana. So this way, actually, Karma Kanda, Upasana, and Jnana is from outer to the inner. That doesn't mean that outer has no value. Outer has a value of bringing together all the people, creating a common vibration. And Vedic mantras have a specific vibration, specific benefit for people to do, and it brings a good quality of life in the family, in the society. It makes people evolved. That's the purpose of ritual. That's the purpose of havans and puja. Now you tell me, should you do it or not do it?
It's a slow process. It individually develops. Right? If we can understand everything, that knowledge, what it is.
See, these should be developed from the childhood. There's a part of the samskara given to the child. So what you do in the childhood, it imbibes certain qualities. Yeah. A person who does puja, sandhya vandana, or havan, he has a different quality in him. A calming personality, peaceful personality that develops. These are all mechanisms to what we call as Vyakti Vikasa, flowering of an individual. And from Vyakti Vikasa, Samaja Vikasa, society.
Right now, I can't do all that stuff because in past days, nobody taught me all that stuff. So, is it necessary for me?
See, the question is, I was not taught in my childhood. Is it necessary for me? The answer has to come from you, not from me. In Sanatana Dharma, it's not a prescriptive religion. It's not a religion based on the commandment, thou shalt do it. No. Sanatana Dharma is an explorative religion. Sanatana Dharma is a place for people who do puja, people who don't do puja. People who worship God, people who believe in deity, don't believe in deity. People in Shiva, believe in Rama, or non-believer. For all of them, there is a place. Still, you can be Sanatana Dharma. But important thing you have to understand, Sanatana Dharma focus is self-realization. As long as you focus self-realization, whether you do all these things or not, nobody questions. Sanatana Dharma doesn't question you are focusing self-realization also. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha is the focus of Sanatana Dharma. In that process, you may follow some processes, follow some religions, some these things. So that Sanatana Dharma gives many ways for having a lifestyle. So, should I do it or should I do not do it? I didn't learn in the childhood. The desire has to come to you. Based on your desire, you do it. Nobody can come and dictate, right? But I've told you there are these benefits, right? Also, one more thing we have to understand. In the house, certain customs and puja rituals, if they do, children learn from them. Children grow with a background, culture, Sanskriti. It's a way of teaching the children also. What's our culture? What is our this? One of the houses I went back in foreign country about 10, 15, 10 plus years back, an Indian community living in some other country. I did some class. Then they asked me what I should do. I looked at their house. Their house is not one symbol of culture or spirituality. One God photo, one puja, nothing is there. And I told them, they had young children. See, you don't have any cultural symbol, cultural value in your house. What will your children learn? Children at the young age, they should be exposed to our cultural values and symbols. It's important that you imbibe those values in the children because children learn looking at something, looking at what father and mother do. And that for them, they become the guideline for them. So they didn't follow what I said. 10 years later, they're coming back with a crisis. One of the child says, is depressed in life. Why I have to live? Pressurized. So certain values we could have built, higher values we could have built, the opportunity is missed. At later point of time, it becomes difficult in that sense. We have to follow some festivals and all. These are a way of educating our next generation also. How we educate in part of education. Others what happen, they become deculturalized. And deculturalized is like a person without a root. Will not be able to face life without inner strength. Okay, there is a question here. Can you say that as long as I am identifying the BMI, body, mind, and intellect, I have to follow a ritual, puja, and prayer? So, puja, prayer, and ritual, or whatever is that, is called karma kanda. Is a part of spiritual journey, spiritual, what we call spiritual practice. The spiritual practice happens in 4 levels. You become closer to deity in 4 levels. It's called Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. So, puja in the house, a temple, a yajna havan in the house is a part of Salokya and Samipya. That's a part of Karma Kanda. Then Sarupya happens when it becomes Upasana, inner meditation. It becomes Sarupya when you follow Karma Yoga. From Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. And the understanding the rituals and meaning, internally Upasana. So that's called Upasana. Karma Kanda will reduce it. Karma Yoga and Upasana. Internal. External becomes internalized. Now still you have to do external. You can. It doesn't stop you from doing it. Whether you want to do it or not, your inner adjust to tell you. Your inner feeling has to tell you. Then it becomes Jnana Kanda, which is actually what we did to Atma Vichara, Atma Jnana. Right? So when you go, there are people like Shankaracharya, they were Jnanis, but they were very highly devotional. Nisargadatta Maharaj was a Jnani, but he will cry, sing for bhajans for Guru. So there is no hard and fast rules. Who should do what? You have to do based on your inner urge. But there are certain benefits. Educating younger generation, bringing certain discipline in our life, creating a vibration environment, creating a harmonious vision. Like that, there are benefits. Okay, yes, question?
No, not question, just adding up to the point. Also, I think we should encourage people to practice gratitude,
Yeah.
encourage, because gratitude is everything,
Yeah.
We are so blessed that we have a house to live, amazing people to be around with, and even in the Bible it's written like the one who are happy about something, more will be given.
Yeah.
So I think if you're happy about something, you're telling eventually God that you're ready to receive the blessings.
Yeah.
Because if God did something for them, if someone got promotion, you should be happy for them. So you're telling eventually God that you're ready to get a promotion. You know what I mean? I think so.
Yes. The puja, rituals and all is a way of expression of gratitude to the divine. Okay. So is yajna. Yajna is gratitude to divine and sharing whatever you have with the society in some way. So that way, these are all cultivating higher values. So it is inner urge is clear. You will get inner urge, right? Follow your inner urge. All of us, please understand. The question we are asking is, should we do a deity worship? We are doing deity worship in some other way. Go to a sportsman's house. You put a picture of a sports fellow. Go to some boy's house. You put a beautiful girl. He's worshiping a deity girl. And go to a businessman's house. He'll put a photo of a top businessman. Some way we are doing deity worship, but our deities are our role models. Why can't we have a higher role model in life? Anybody else? Premaji, did I miss anything on Yadna Havana?
No. You had a question to me.
About this?
No. Yeah, please. If it's relevant or not, but just as you were explaining, earlier on, kind of decoding the whole way that who we are, right? Who am I? That why is such a mystery that is created? It's almost like we're living in a gamification of some sort.
Okay.
To figure.
So I'll answer that as a separate question.